Do you have a 3D printer? Are you just waiting for an opportunity to print something cool with like gears and screws and then just, I don't know, wear it on your head? Of course you are. In this video, I'm going to show you how to print the GearHead Strap for the Oculus Quest 2. I live on one of the most tourist-dense beaches in Puerto Rico. One of the things tourists like to do is like to swim in the ocean with sunglasses on. It looks really cool. But much to everyone's disappointment, sunglasses do not float. Also, the ocean is really mean. I go for a walk or a jog pretty much 3 or 4 times a week, and I keep passing sunglasses that are washing up on the shore, and recently it occurred to me, if I start picking them up, in a year or two I'll have enough sunglasses to cover an entire wall in my apartment. So I figured, why not? These are the glasses I found just today. But that's not why you came here. You want to push buttons and make cool things appear. Let's get started. So what you need to get started is a pair of scissors, a couple of zip ties, a roll of double-sided Velcro with the hooks on one side and loops on the other side. This is 1 inch wide, and a roll of adhesive back foam, often used for sealing applications. This is also 1 inch wide. Also, you'll need an Oculus Quest 2. If you've tried the strap that comes with the Oculus Quest 2, then you don't need me to tell you why you want to 3D print your own. So you start by removing the face shield, popping off by twisting these end pieces, and the Velcro side will slide out. The first part we want to start with is the headset pivots. These are printed with 0.15 layer heights because I want the engagement to be fairly accurate. Still, I expect there to be a lot of variation based on your printer. There's also an R and an L, so you know which side each one goes on. They just slide in from the front. You're going to want the arms to be in the down position. They can rotate up and down. These are designed to interact with the headset while they're rotated all the way down, so just put them in the down position and leave them there. They can be a little tight, put them on. To make sure these don't slide off, because the plastic's gonna relax over time and get loose, we use the 2 zip ties. You start with sliding the zip tie in from the bottom. There's a small slot it slides through. Feed that back through the zip tie head and tighten that down nice and tight. Snip off the end. That prevents the headset pivot from sliding off or popping off, so you don't drop your headset. The second zip tie slides in from the bottom again. And that's what that looks like. All right. Next we go to the gear frame. Now this looks like it's a hard thing to print, but it's not. It prints at 0.25 layer heights. After that, we insert the screw gears. I printed these at 0.15 layer heights because I want the threads to be as accurate as possible. These slide through these holes here. The next parts are the transfer gears and the gear retainers. These are both printed at 0.25 layer heights. These install through the back of the frame. Get this nice and hand tight. If you put a wrench on it, you're probably gonna break it, but you do want it kind of snug down with your fingers so it doesn't come loose while you're using the headset. Oh, that popped out. The other side. Oops. Now something to notice, these are retained by, the screw gears are retained by the transfer gears. They can't slide out after the transfer gears are in place. And likewise, the transfer gears can't come out until after the center gear is in place. So that one gets an identical gear retainer screw. And the same as that, you want to give it a good finger tightening. Next, we want to do the back strap, which is the part that cradles the back of your head. This uses the adhesive back foam to make it more comfortable. It's actually not that uncomfortable without the foam, so if you didn't have this foam, it's still usable, and there's probably other options you can use. But this is a little bit more comfortable, and it grips the back of your head a little bit better. The width of this is 2 inches, so if you had 2-inch foam, that could also work. I happen to have 1 inch, so I'll use 2 strips of this. And you simply cut the foam to length. And stick it in the back of the back strap. This is a lot more annoying than I expected it to be, but it does work after a bunch of fiddling. The problem is it's sticking a straight line to the inside of a sphere, so the adhesive back foam keeps wanting to kind of take a turn compared to what the back of the strap wants it to do. Trim off the excess and then repeat. And there we go. It doesn't have to be pretty, it just needs to stay stuck. The back strap is snapped onto this, so align it with the frame and then slide it together until it pops in. The back strap is printed at 0.19 layer heights. It's important that this piece and the gear frame are printed with different layer heights because they need to slide on each other to allow the rotation to fit the back of your head. And if the layer heights are exactly even, they kind of get real ratchety as it pops in and out. So print the back strap at a slightly different layer height than the gear frame and it'll feel a little smoother. I also hit the outsides of the gear frame with a little bit of sandpaper just to smooth it up. So when you're wearing it, you don't feel the notchiness of this thing sliding as you move your head around. After that, we go to the frame. Now this frame, I designed 2 different frames. This is the adult frame. I also have a kid's frame that's 3/4 of an inch shorter. That's because this can run out of adjustment room in the closed direction for very small heads. But this goes onto the frame like that. And you're going to want to thread these in at the same time so that the back is at the right angle compared to the frame. Once they're both threaded, the angle of the back gets locked in. The frame is printed at 0.25 layer heights, and it's the only part that requires any supports. The supports engage the ends here, and you'll want to make sure the support material is nicely cleaned off so that it doesn't gum up. To install the frame onto the headset, there's a small notch right here on the frame and a slot on the headset pivots. So you want to line those up on one side, slide it in, and then maintaining the same angle between the frame and the headset, you stretch out this other side and pop it in. And then once this rotates here, the arms can't pop out anymore. That holds them in. Next, we get to our Velcro. I have a length of Velcro here, mine is 26 inches long. You start by sliding it up through this back holder. On the front, you run it underneath the frame and then back through the frame. And then you bring these together. And that creates the rest for the top of your head. In order to adjust how far the back fits on your head, you adjust the length of the strap. A longer strap will cause this to drop back further on your head. A shorter strap causes it to ride higher. After I have the length of the top strap dialed in, I like to take small sections of Velcro and wrap it around the ends here to keep the strap behaving nicely. Well, what if you want to hook a battery to the back of the headset? That gear is kind of a problem, isn't it? Well, I came up with a solution. This is a small plate that zip ties to the back of the headset. I'll show you how to install it now. It helps to not tighten them down all the way at first. And that's what it looks like. The battery tray has flat spots, so if you wanted to put sticky back Velcro, it'll stick to there, and then a bunch of slot sizes so that you can zip tie a battery or whatever you want to the back of the headset right there. So I got most of the way through this design process, and then it occurred to me, what about people with long hair? This is why engineering is hard. So I created hair shields. They snap into the gear frame on both top and bottom. Just like that. Now they're not perfect, but they should reduce the opportunities for hair to get into the gears. These need to be used with the center gear with grip. This one sticks out further than the other one. The other one you can actually grab the gear itself, and this one you have a grip that extends beyond the hair shields, so you can attach it that way. I also added in the ability to reuse the top strap from the old Quest strap. So what you need to do is first separate the Velcro part of the Quest top strap from the other strap. never done this before, so let's see if it, see how this works. That worked. The next thing you need to do is trim the small material that's left in between the strap connector. This material is left there so that the bridge can complete while it's being printed. And then the strap should be able to work its way through. Good and tight. There you go. We're using the top strap. I had a lot of fun designing this head strap and also just coming up with different color combinations to print it in. I printed a lot of different head straps in developing this. So if you print one of these, do me a favor and upload a picture of your print. I'd love to see what colors people choose for their head straps. In any case, enjoy.